Welcome to Painted Kids Studio, where we make amazing art videos. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can be notified every time we post a new art video. Hello friends, it is Miss Kate here with a brand new art lesson for you. I have a seahorse on canvas, but today I'm going to be working on paper because that's what I have on hand. If you'd like to paint on canvas, that is fine too, but we're gonna go ahead and start with our sketch first. I'm starting with Sharpie. I don't recommend that for my friends. You guys start with pencil and eraser so that you can erase any mistakes that you make. To start my seahorse, I always like to start kind of with a candy cane shape, like that. So this is gonna be the top of the head and this is going to be the back. So after you have your candy cane shape, I'm gonna go ahead and do the snout of the seahorse. So it kind of goes out like this and in like that. After you have this snout, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little nose, just a little hole in their nose. That's how they breathe, their little nose hole. And I'm gonna put a teeny little smile like that. And then you can go ahead and put an eye, and you can do any kind of eye you like. I'm gonna go ahead and do one of my big cutie eyes that has a little sparkle. And I know some of you guys like to add little eyelashes too, so if you wanna add a couple little eyelashes, you can do that as well. After you have your eye on and you've got your snout with your nose and your mouth, you're ready to start with the seahorse's belly. So first, I like to draw just a little line like this. This is gonna be the neck of the seahorse. So here we have the seahorse's head, and here we've got the back. This is gonna be the neck. So after you have this little line for the neck, we're gonna go ahead and do the seahorse's belly. So the belly's kind of round, like this. And then I'm gonna show you guys how to do the curly tail. So seahorses have this curly tail, and I don't know if you've been to the zoo and you've seen any seahorses there. They like to use their tail to grab onto things. Like they hold on to like a little piece of seagrass or something with their tail. So it's kind of curly. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So you have the neck here, we've got our belly. We're gonna start at the end of the belly, and now we're gonna kind of curl around like that. So we started at the neck, we had our belly, and then we have a curl here. That's gonna be our seahorse's tail. So to finish off our seahorse's tail, I'm gonna start at the end here like this, and I'm gonna trace it around and then connect it to the seahorse's back. So now we have this one big shape for the seahorse's body. Now we're gonna go ahead and detail this out so it looks a little more like a seahorse. So one of the things I like to do is I like to add some little stripes to the belly. So here is my belly, and I'm gonna go ahead and add some stripes. Now I don't know if you could tell, but I'm kind of curving my stripes a little bit because the seahorse's belly is kind of round. So I just barely curve them a little just to make it look like it's a round belly. After I have the belly on there, I'm gonna go ahead and do the fin. So to do the fin, I like to do a stripe, just a line, just like that. And then I do a curve out and a curve out like that. And then I just kind of swoop, swoop. So that's the fin. After you have the fin on there, I'm gonna show you how to do the little fin that's like on the back of the seahorse. So let me bring this example painting back again so you can see what I'm talking about. So here we have our fin, and here we have this like long fin that goes all the way. I don't even know if it's called a fin, but you've got this long detail that goes all the way down the seahorse's back and down its tail. So to start that detail, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a spike right on top of the seahorse's head. After we have this spike, we're just gonna keep going. Spike, spike, and they're gonna get progressively smaller. So the biggest one is on top of the head. And I'm just gonna keep going. And see, they're starting to get a little smaller now. They're getting a little smaller because they were big here. They're kind of medium sized here. And now they're kind of small. And I'm going to keep going all the way until I get to the end of the seahorse's tail. So after we have all these spikes drawn like this, we're going to swoop them together. Swoop, swoop, swoop. And we're just going to keep going. Some are going to disappear behind this fin because this fin is in front of those. Swoop, swoop. So just keep going. And some of these swoops are going to get so small, we are barely even going to see them. Like this. I only have a few more, and you can see how tiny they're getting because these spikes are so small. They're so small. All right, so after you have your seahorse done, we're gonna go ahead and add a background in here. You don't have to because the seahorse is in water. You could just do the whole thing as water, but if you want, usually when I'm doing a seahorse, I like to add a little bit of like sand behind my seahorse. And sometimes I like to add like a little seagrass. So some like long curly grass swaying in the ocean like that. And then some of my friends, when they do seahorses, they like to do little bubbles. It's like the seahorse is like blowing bubbles under the water like this. So if you want to put a couple little bubbles, you can. And then when you get to this point, you're done with your drawing, you're done with your sketch, and you can color it any ways that you want. I think seahorses in real life might be more like green, but I usually do mine rainbow colored. I've even had some of my friends color the stripes on the belly as a rainbow, so it'd be like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and I have an extra one, so that might be pink. But you guys can color this any way that you want. I am using colored pencils today, but you guys just color with what you have. If you have crayons, if you have markers, if you're lucky enough to be painting on canvas, you could be using acrylic paint, and this is a really fun painting to paint. I always love painting on canvas, especially with ocean animals. So thank you for joining me today for our beautiful seahorse, and I hope that you guys are all staying healthy at home, and that you will be joining me again tomorrow for another art video. See you next time.
Okay, bye!